Hey Terry, it's Donald Trump again. Blunt Trips has become my favorite channel. Those other guys look like they're eating a dick compared to you.
This gringo ain't scared of shit. I heard they used to call him the devil when he was a younger. Out there communicating with the dead. What the hell is wrong with the loco gringo? He's out there digging up stories people took to their graves. He must be on a blunt trip.
What is going on, people? Terry here with Blunt Trips, and I know it's been a little while since you guys have seen me in the studio. I've been out every night pretty much the past couple weeks filming. But there is something I want to talk about real quick. A current situation that's going on here in this country. It's not new. It's been going on for a while. But we've had three school shootings in the past week and a half here alone. And it's only a week and a half now because I'm just now covering the case. But at the time, it was three school shootings within 1 week. Around the same time, we have this school shooting out there in Michigan. Now, I want to go over this real quick with you guys. I've heard a few suggestions on how we fix this. Some people have suggested that we give the principals a gun, and I don't think that's the best answer, and I'm going to cover that real quick why. Look down there in Florida. We had a single cop, who chickened out when there was a shooter. And that was a cop, somebody who swore he was brave. That's not a principal's job, and I'm sure a lot of principals would step up and risk their lives for a child. But do we really want to trust a principal as security as well? I mean, that's not his job. That's just one. What happens obviously if we make that a rule where the principal's got a gun, that would be the first person in a shooter's going to target. And they could walk in like they're having a good day, ask to see the principal, and pull out the gun and blast them and take out their only line of defense. So there's a lot of reasons. Principal deals with kids all day. That's one of the most stressful jobs. What happens if he snaps one day and he starts blasting and he becomes a shooter? So, there's a lot of reasons why we shouldn't give a principal a gun and make him the line of defense. But there is something we haven't tried, and I really, really think this would be effective. If I were to go to Walmart right now, it's 12:02, just after midnight, here in the Denver, Aurora area. If I go to any of the 8 Walmarts within a 6-mile radius from where I live, either in Denver or Aurora, because I'm right on that line, I will see at least 2 police cars. They have their own parking spot. Many Walmarts even have a substation. If I go to the mall, which was literally in the same parking lot where the shooting happened at the Dark Knight shooting movie theater. But if I go to the mall that was in the same parking lot, they have a police substation. I can go to many places where people or companies with lots of money have their own police substation. But why don't we have substations in school? We only assign 1 police officer to protect the children, but we get 4 or 5 police parking spots at Walmart. I don't get that. There's room to put portables at these schools, to assign 12 officers to the school, and that gives them another police station. They want more stations, they want more locations, but nobody's mentioned putting them in the schools. I really think that all schools should have a police substation in them. You don't see people running and gunning down police departments. You don't see gangs hanging out at police departments. And I think the police having substations will fix a lot of stuff. It would teach kids at an early age, to straighten up, that somebody's always watching. It teach them, if they're not doing stuff bad when they're younger. Because let's face it, when we were young, we saw the police, we acted like we were supposed to. But if you put police around these kids at an early age all the time, they're going to make it a pattern to always be good. So you'll break the cycle of a lot of crimes. So it's another benefit to having police substations at the school. There's just many reasons why this would be beneficial to have a police substation at every school, but we choose to put them in Walmarts because Walmart will pay the police, and that's just how this country works. They'll protect product over people. But I think that's something we should look into, something people should push for, and I think every public school should have at least one police substation with enough people to answer an active shooter situation. I mean, it's just many things that are benefit to this. And here we are, we're just pointing fingers, we're blaming, but we're not doing nothing. We're not doing a damn thing about it. We blame the school, we'll lock up the parents. But how is that going to prevent the next shooter? By locking up the parents of this kid? What's that going to do for the next situation? You put police substations in these schools, and I mean, you got an army of people. Even if you have one officer that's afraid to step up, you got a substation with many officers to deal with that threat. It wouldn't even be a threat anymore. You wouldn't hear about school shootings if you had police substations in the schools. So my question is this: why don't we have police substations in school, and why do we only assign one officer, 2 officers, when you could find more officers at Walmart just hanging out at the entrance? Doesn't make sense, people. I think we should question this, and I think this is something we should push for. I spoke to an expert in self-defense who's also in the education system. His first response was to arm the principal, and I see problems with that. It's not enough protection. Say if there's 2 or 3 gunmen, and they all head straight to that office first thing to take out the only defense. There's just many reasons why I don't know. I was raised in a family, both my parents were security for celebrities and for Disney and stuff, so I just think of some of the details that most people don't, and I don't think arming one person who's head of the school, who's got the most stressful job there, is the answer. But I think if we put the people who are getting paid to protect this community there to protect the children instead of the products in the community, I think that would be a lot more effective. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up. Until next time, you all stay cool.
So, let me get this straight. The police get money to protect the people, then they collect money from private companies and protect their products better? So they are kinda like a private security company surviving of public funds while the public dies?
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you are on Instagram, be sure to follow Terry at BluntTrips1176.